The secret to business success is to sell benefits, not features. Most people think they're selling benefits when they're actually selling features. You know you're somewhere fancy when there's a putting green that's complimentary with little mini golf clubs over there available for anyone who wants to randomly play golf. I am in Mizner Park. It is in Boca Raton, and it's probably one of the fanciest places I've been in Florida, in the state of Florida. I have been traveling for a while, so I'm not exactly in my best appearance, but hey, it's Mizner Park. Everyone looks good when you're here. There's about 5 Rolls Royces parked on that street alone. I mean, I kid you not. I'll walk past them. You can see them for yourself. It's in Boca Raton, which is a fancy area of Florida, United States. And if you don't know, the name Boca Raton literally means the mouth of a mouse. So it's not the most elegant name, but the joint is gorgeous. So let's talk about selling benefits, not selling features. What does that even mean? Well, I'll give you a perfect example. When people buy a computer that's faster to upgrade, what are they buying? Are they buying better CPUs, better RAM, whatever it is? No, they're actually not. See, oh my God, the shadows. I'm in the dark. They're not buying the CPU. They're not buying the RAM, although that's what they think they're buying. That's the impression that it gives. What they're actually buying is their time back. Because if they don't buy that, they're gonna spend their time waiting on the computer. So when they spend the money for a better CPU, what they're actually buying is their time. Here's a Rolls Royce. Here's another Rolls Royce across the street, the Cullinan. They're buying their time back. They're not buying the features. Now, that's one of the key factors. I'm gonna tell you a little story of how significant this is from my own career experience. One of my early jobs, I was working for a company and doing certain work that involved computer stuff, and I already had tech skills in the data sector by that point. At this point, I don't do hands-on work so much, but back then I did. And I said, you know, let me refine the database of clients. It was a customer database. Let me refine the database. And I told this to the CEO. I said, what do you think of this idea if I remodified this, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, why? I'm like, well, because if I do that, it'll perform better, it'll look up faster, blah, 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 blah. You know what he said to me? Something that stuck with me for basically ever. He said, why do that? Why don't you just tell me what needs to be done, document it, and I'll pay the DBA guy to do it? And like, I had to wrap my head around that. I'm like, but I know how to do it. He's like, yeah, but you're paid more than him. And he was right. Because you just paid a guy and it gets done. Because that's a feature, that's not a benefit. It doesn't, the benefit is what I'm documenting, okay? How it helps the sales team sell better because of the better customer acquisition and closing and all that. Those are benefits, that's good. But the actual mechanism to get there is a feature. Nobody really cares about technology, that's the real truth. You see, it's sold like it is, but it's not. People care about what technology gives them, what it provides for them when they use the technology. No one is buying a video game because of how many points it gets or features within the game. They're buying the happiness they get playing that game. Okay, I don't actually play video games. It doesn't make me happy. I look at people frustrated as heck when they sit there trying to win it. But I don't even relate to why people enjoy that. But either way, video games, people are buying the happiness it gives. They're not buying the game. And this can be applied to anything you do. Okay, always make sure you're selling the benefit, not the feature. You can always find a buyer ready to pay for happiness or solving problems. You may not be able to find a buyer to get your product sold based on features. For instance, how many people really are gonna buy this Bentley because of its 300 horsepower, 350 horsepower, whatever the heck it is, it's probably a lot more than that. The fact that it goes 200 miles an hour. No one actually takes it up that way. Maybe someone does, but almost nobody brings it actually to 200 miles an hour. So people aren't buying it because of the features. They're buying it because of the happiness it brings them to drive it. Okay, happen to know that A8 that this guy's getting in right over there, extremely great driving car. Nobody buys it because it's got a 4-liter engine. They buy it because it drives amazing and it makes you feel good to drive it. That's an A6. Anyway, never mind that. The point of the matter is people don't buy features, they buy benefits. And if you're selling benefits, you will always, always, always find clientele to buy them because your benefits are either going to give them happiness or solve their problems. And that's key. Next, bonus idea, okay? There's another concept that I'm going to throw out today. It's called imoach lo bekoach. It's a Hebrew expression. It says, with your brain, not with your muscle. It rhymes in Hebrew. The idea is when you have to solve a problem, make sure you're solving it using your intelligence, not using your brawn, not using force. There's a lot of times when people want to do things, they get frustrated, and they just sort of throw brute force at the problem, when an intelligent manner of repair is going to work a lot better. For instance, sharpening the saw. I'm a big advocate of this. Sharpening the saw is an expression, but a guy who's trying to chop down a tree with a saw down a tree, whatever the expression is, okay? And he's sawing and he's sawing and he's sawing, and his saw is dull, and he doesn't stop to sharpen the saw. He just keeps trying, and someone says, why don't you go sharpen the saw? It'll go faster. He's like, I can't. I gotta get this done. Urgh, I gotta get it done. And he won't stop just to sharpen the saw. He's like, but if you stop and you sharpen the saw, you'll get it done faster. Imoch lo bekoach, with your brain, not with your brawn, okay? Brawn is good too. There's times for that. But try to use your brain always to solve the problems. It's almost always a better solution, okay? Always, always. While we're talking about using your brain, you also got to use your own intellect. If your brain is your source of income, you kind of want to protect it. Don't do stupid stuff that can risk your noggin. Seriously, okay? Everyone's got their own threshold of what they consider a stupid thing to do, but I think pretty universally people will assume drug use is going to screw up your brain if you in a heavy fashion, okay? I don't know, it's kind of controversial today because like places all over the world are legalizing it, so be it. But the fact is, if your entire career is based on your motivation to succeed and your noggin's power and the mental state, and I mean, drug use is going to detract against that. You want to protect your brain so you can use your brain and not just your brawn. All right, that's one of the key factors that I believe in. Controversial, I realize not everyone's going to agree with that. Same thing, if you ride a motorcycle, make sure you got a helmet on. Don't do something stupid where you can risk knocking your noggin out. I mean, just this stuff is obvious, but you'd be so much surprised how many people have their entire career jeopardized over something stupid. I know a guy, he's a dentist. He thought he was going to be clever and rent a motorbike in New York City. Kid you not. It's not like in Costa Rica where there's like, you know, it's normal. In New York City, nobody does that. He rented like a motorbike and drove around New York City, and he fell. And he permanently damaged something in his hand or wrist or something. And he's a dentist. The guy cannot perform his dental duties with whatever injury he got. I don't exactly know what happened to him, but the point is, that's his whole career because he wanted to ride a motorbike. So that's kind of stupid in my opinion. I mean, it's just like dumb. So same thing is, if your noggin, your brain is what's powering your profession, make sure you protect it in every way that you can foresee. Okay, whether it means riding, you know, wearing a helmet when you play sports, or not doing drugs so you don't, you know, fry your brain. All those things, man. Use your noggin, not your muscle, and always, always, always protect the noggin. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Share this if you agree with me. Share this if you don't agree with me. Share this if you are a rabid advocate for drug abuse. I don't care. Just share it anyway. Someone else will appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching from Mizner Park in Boca Raton, Florida. The gorgeous, one of the most luxurious places I've been in the United States anyway. This place is amazing. Come on out here at Boca Raton. All right, see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. The secret to selling a lot more product is to promote features. No, to promote benefits. That's backward. The secret to success is to... Noise. The secret to success is to sell benefits, not features. If most people think there's... Jesus, this motorcycle again.